It's the Weather Xtreme video. This is the afternoon edition for Thursday, the 5th of November. I'm James Spann. One more warm day, then we turn much cooler. We have rain as the weekend begins. How much rain? When does it start? When does it stop? Let's see if we can answer all your questions. Here we go. Big trough in the western states. That's been producing cold, unsettled weather. That's beginning to lift out. Around here, the sky partially sunny. As you can see, a field of cumulus clouds across the state. A few showers have popped up this afternoon. That was the radar at 2:07. At that point, most of the showers were east of I-65. And again, they're widely scattered, and those will dissipate once the sun goes down later this evening. A warm November day. Look at Montgomery. They've got 83. Mostly upper 70s around here. Birmingham at 78. One more day like this tomorrow, and then we start to cool down fairly dramatically over the weekend, especially by Sunday. And as you might expect, with a big high-amplitude pattern, we have some severe weather across the nation's heartland. That is a tornado watch for parts of eastern Oklahoma and north-central Texas until 8 o'clock tonight. That includes Dallas, Fort Worth, Oklahoma City, and Tulsa. There is the standard slight risk of severe weather from the Texas Hill Country up into Oklahoma and Arkansas. A marginal risk as far north as Milwaukee and Chicago. And then tomorrow, a marginal severe weather risk across north and west Alabama, basically along and north of Interstate 59. The risk runs all the way from Monroe, Louisiana to Detroit and Buffalo. And again, like it says, it's a marginal risk here. There might be a few strong storms with gusty winds, but we don't expect any tornadoes or anything like that. And then day 3, which is Saturday, we have no severe weather risk, but thunderstorms are possible here across the state. Here's the rain for the next 5 days, valid through Tuesday morning of next week. Some pretty big numbers. Here's a higher resolution look at that. And you can see a strip of heavier rain across the northern part of the state. That's about 2 inches. Along and north of Interstate 59, the bullseye is over in Mississippi, south of Columbus. That's 4.47 inches. And this is valid for the next 7 days, valid through Thursday morning of next week. And, hey, let's not forget, this is, still hurricane season here for a few more weeks, and by golly, a couple of little disturbances have some potential of getting their act together. One east of the Bahamas, one in the far western Caribbean, but those should not be a factor here. All right, let's take it one day at a time, talk our way through this. This is the GFS, the 12Z run, valid tomorrow at 12 noon. The troughing the trough in the west is lifting out, the ridge still holding here. And down below that, there's a deep surface low way up in Canada around Hudson Bay with a trailing front down through Memphis and Austin, Texas. And we'll see a chance of showers and storms late in the day, but I think the bulk of the day will be dry. The sun might break out a time or two, and it stays warm with a high around 80. Showers and storms will likely increase tomorrow night. And this is Saturday. The front stalls out just north and west of Alabama. A little wave riding on the front. That's going to keep us wet as the weekend begins. And the day will be cooler. We're expecting to be in the 60s all day Saturday with rain likely. There could be some thunder. The better chance of thunderstorms would be late Friday night and maybe early Saturday morning. I think the bulk of the day Saturday will just be wet with rain. There could be some breaks in the rain Saturday, but rain probably a pretty good bit of the day. Now, this is the GFS at 6 o'clock Saturday evening. And, of course, the biggest event in the state, obviously, is the Alabama-LSU game in Tuscaloosa. That looks wet for the game. The European looks wet for the game. And, by the way, the numbers on this graphic, those are 6-hour rain totals. So clearly, we're going to have to mention a pretty good chance of rain for the Alabama-LSU game. I'd say lightning is not going to be likely here. There's a look at the instability, the surface-based cape. The air is stable, so just rain, a cool rain, and temperatures will likely drop into the 50s during the ball game. So cool, wet weather is likely. Make plans accordingly. Sunday, drier air tries to push in here. Any showers will likely end fairly early in the day. Not convinced we see a lot of clearing here, but we might. And the day will be cool. The high Sunday only around 60. And then Monday, again, we've got the wedge coming in from the east, and we have a little wave on the old front. So Monday looks like a cloudy day with periods of light rain and very chilly. We'll be only in the 50s all day Monday. And keep in mind, we've been close to 80 for the past few days. It's going to feel cold on Monday. Rain probably not all that heavy. And then Tuesday, we finally break out into clearing with sunshine returning. The high Tuesday should be around 70. Wednesday of next week, there's a deep surface low near Duluth, Minnesota with a trailing front. And then a week from today, this is Thursday, the 21st, that upper trough way north of here, the surface low way north of here. The cold front comes through, and it's kind of like a dying duck. It just doesn't do much. So severe weather not expected. Chance of showers, maybe some thunder, in the high in the 60s. We'll check the end of the forecast. This is Sunday, November 15th, troughing over the northern plain states. And down below that, again, it looks like a wedging type setup with a 1035 millibar high wedging in from the east. And you can see, forget the warm weather after tomorrow. Sunday and Monday, we could stay in the 50s all day, maybe a bump up to 72 by Wednesday of next week. But after that, the weather looking cool, with temperatures actually below average for November, out there toward mid-month. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes in the blog. Next video here by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. If you can't catch us this evening on the live stream or the television side, ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great evening, and God bless.